on. So if you have dry hair and you just don't think that there's any hope, or you want to get a treatment to mix in with your favorite formula, this is what you want. And when we go into the gallon size, okay, yeah, obviously it's the largest size, but it really is the best way to stock up in a value perspective. So I want to go ahead and put the value graphics up so then we can have fun with Chaz. But I need you to see how much money you're saving, since this is what this whole show is about. So there's three choices. You can either do bamboo green tea, or for the first time ever in a gallon, Mandarin Italian fig. And if you go with one of those choices, look at what it should be costing you. Normally you have to do 4 32 ounces, and that would be $208. But then, I mean, what we're not showing you is there's even shipping and handling and all of that. So it would be more than that. I mean, if you go to Chaz's website, a gallon is $256. Here at QVC, you're saving close to $70, and instead of $250, you're getting it for $188. And if you want the famous 613 formula, that one is the most, what did I say? 613, right? 613. That one is the most treatment possible. That one saves you even more money, because that gallon on Chaz's website would be $285. We took $86 off the price, and it's $199 instead. Now, both of them are on Easy Pay, either 31 or 33, and of course with the according change. And then I highly, 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 did I say highly, recommend auto delivery. It means you'll get one more gallon in 6 months from now, but then that's it. And if you don't shop for it while we have it for this month and all of October, and that's if they're in stock, then we don't do it again until this time next year. So auto delivery is really the only way to make sure that savings, that size, that formula keeps coming to your house. All right, let's go meet Chaz. So he is the man who revolutionized the way we cleanse our hair. Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
How are you tonight? Long time no see. We hung out all weekend together.
Adorable.
Thank you. Thanks, stop it. You're making me all excited over here. So Chaz, tell everybody about WEN, and in particular what the new gallons really can offer everybody at home.
They're completely universal, so there's no guesswork. The 613 contains soy and quinoa proteins, no wheat, no gluten, no nuts. So the 613, if you have a wheat, gluten, or nut allergy, it contains soy and quinoa proteins. Okay. The Mandarin Italian fig and bamboo green tea contain no wheat, no gluten, no soy, no nuts, and they're rice proteins. So if you have an allergy to wheat, gluten, soy, or nuts, those are great. They're both amazingly treatment-based, or all three of them are. There's no guesswork. They're great for all hair types. And what's unique about the 613, again, is the quinoa and the soy proteins, but it also has the amino acids, the peptides, the goji berry, the acai, the bamboo extract. When you hit into the Mandarin Italian fig, you have the bamboo water, which contains natural vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and silica. Bamboo is the fastest growing plant/grass in the world. You want to have strong, bouncy, resilient hair that actually has bounce in body and not snaps and breaks. It also has, the Mandarin Italian has the honey complex, which they have fallen in love with the honey complex because of the shine, because of the volume it gives your hair. The bamboo green tea, it has the geranium oil, it has the caraway, it has the nutmeg oil if you have scalp issues. Okay. The bamboo green tea is amazing for that. Kim Carl's Before Shot, she started with us 4 years ago. My joke with her always is, Kim, if I showed you this hair on someone else's face 4 years ago, bless you,
thank you,
and told you I could give you this hair, she would be like, Chaz, bless you.
Thank you.
She would say, you can give me better hair, but I don't think she ever dreamed in her life that she could have this hair literally growing out of her head and all the way down to the tips of her ends.
Can we talk about the color?
Yes.
Because what was happening in that before?
Well, it used to strip out. Every time she lathered up, it would wash out. She would start out like this, but it would wash out and strip out and fade out. Now, the test I'm going to have you do is, don't do it right now, but when the show is over, go in your bathroom and do what I call the lift test. I want you to go in the bathroom and lift up a section of your hair.
Okay.
What grows out of your scalp is the actual thickness of your hair. Stay there for a minute, because I'm going to pick up a tiny piece. It's not how much is being picked up, but it's the quality of hair from roots to ends. See how much smaller this piece is than I picked up 4 years ago? But look how much thicker it is from roots to ends. Look how much stronger it is, and it doesn't get finer, thinner, and weaker towards the ends. It's the same consistency at the ends as it is at the roots.
I'm glad you're seeing that.
Yeah, look how blunt it is up there.
So it's a point in the before, and now it's a square.
Yeah. Thank you. Because every time she lathered up, you're in inspired style, and every time you lather up, ooh, want me to turn you the other way? Every time you lather up your clothes with detergents, your fabrics fade, they fall apart, they fray, you lose elasticity. But with WEN, especially the 613, Mandarin Italian Fig, Bamboo Green Tea, every time you cleanse your hair is getting fuller, thicker, healthier, stronger, younger looking. Her color staying in her hair, but it's also plumping up her hair. If you don't have the volume in your hair that you wanted or that you had when you were younger,
yes.
it is literally as easy as giving up the lather. And what's amazing about these two is it is a 6-month supply basically. So when I tell you for $1 and change a day, you can have this hair. For $1 and change a day, for 6 months, you can have this hair. It's really that simple, guys. Does your hair look like their before shot, or does your hair look like their after shot? And you can use this as a shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, detangler, leave-in conditioner, shave cream. Use it as a facial cleanser and a body cleanser because of all the skincare ingredients that are in there.
Well, don't forget, it goes away, the entire offer, at the end of October. And, you know, if it's September now, you're probably thinking, well, then I'll just go ahead and eat my dinner. I'll just go ahead and change the channel.
They're disappearing.
They don't last. I mean,
No.
we had that offer for you, but it's really while they're in stock. So it's Bamboo Green Tea, and for the first time ever, Mandarin Italian Fig in a gallon size, and then 613. And 613 will be monthly payments of $33, where the other two are $31. And definitely do your auto delivery, because
Yes.
Chaz, how many times
Yep.
do you get an email
She knows.
when all the gallons sell out? Hey, can you get me one more?
On a daily, it's not a joke. If I said a daily basis, that's not a joke. We get emails, we get calls, because our phone number's on every bottle. And if you have questions, I encourage you to call us on social media. You hit us up, in a month from now, you'll be saying, I got it. I didn't know I was going to love it. Can you give me the QVC price? Can you give me the Easy Pay? I cannot do that. If it's your first time today, sign up for the auto delivery. Why? You can always cancel that if you choose to. But in a month from now, you can't change your mind. And I don't want you upset with us, because it is what happens. They get upset with me that I can't do that. You can only do that here.
Okay, you heard it here first, my
It's
friends.
true. We've done the gallons for years, so I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. You saw on Wendy's hair, and you saw her Wendy's before
First of all,
shot.
Wendy, your hair smells amazing. Oh my
thank
gosh, which
you.
one is that?
Tuscan hair.
But she cleansed with the Mandarin Italian Fig, but just while she was on set right now, she goes, can I add the oils to my scalp? The oils are in her scalp, and she did the Tuscan hair.
smells so
We actually
good.
did it on Periscope, so you can watch that live
fun.
if you want. And here we have Katie. Katie's hair, she's been with me for just shy of 10 years, because she started with me September of 2005. When she used to be with me for the first 5 years, I would always do her base color and highlights, because every time I came to town, they had to lather up. So she would start out looking like this, but each time I came to town, they would lather up, and she would fade out and go brassy in what you see in the before shot. Now, I only do her base color. We do not highlight her. I have not done highlights on her in 5 years, ever since we gave up the lather. And why do I do that? Because she's never washing the color down the drain. She's never going brassy. This is the color you see on Katie's hair literally year round. So not only have I saved her, if she was going to the salon and paying for highlights, she doesn't have to do them anymore, because they're not being washed down the drain with the lather. It's really that simple to use WEN.
Well, I mean, you think about it, how much
There you
does it
go, yeah.
cost to get color at the salon, right? And if you're doing that a few weeks instead of a few months or once or twice a year, you are wasting your money. And if you're using a different sort of shampoo or cleanser, if you're not seeing the results that WEN can get you, this is the time to switch up. So Chaz, I just want to go ahead and put this
Yep.
value up on the
Sure.
screen, because inside this gallon is 432 ounces. So if you buy them in 32 ounces, you're going to spend $208.
From you.
From me. And then you
From
got to
me.
add the shipping and handling. So technically it's more. If you're going to get a gallon from Chaz's website, it's $256. So from that price, we are saving you $70. And then if you want to do 613, and remember, that's the value for Mandarin as well, Mandarin Italian Fig. If you want to do 613, it saves you even more. That gallon on Chaz's website is $285. So you're saving over $85 when you shop for it tonight.
Well, the 32 ounces from me are 80 each, so that's $320 plus
Oh.
shipping. And when you were on the Mandarin Italian, like, they're 72 from me. That's $288 for the 32 ounce. Either QVC,
come
Chaz
here.
Dean, but the gallon is the one.
And since
Right-
we're being mean to you, you
I
don't even have
know,
Easy
I
Pay,
know.
buddy.
I don't
you
have
don't
Easy
even
Pay.
have Easy Pay.
No, I'll take you to dinner, but I don't have Easy Pay. Okay, so Amanda's hair. I've never changed her color, and she is the one too. I'm like, Amanda, will you please tell me your
Yes,
color's always been the
never
same?
changed it.
She's the lightest blonde that there is. We use Musher Blonde. She's the lightest blonde there is.
Okay.
We've always done 10 volume on her. I've never changed it. What's the difference in the before and after? If I were to lather her up for the next 3 months, that's what would happen to her blonde. It goes brassy, it strips out the color, and she would be brassy. I used the lightest blonde. I couldn't have changed it because it's never changed, and you've been with me, my God.
Did you say only 10% too, right?
Yeah, 10 volume peroxide, and no highlights in here. All this natural color comes alive by just touching up her regrowth because it's not stripped hair. Every time she cleanses her hair, it's like varnishing a piece of wood. Her hair is coming alive. You know when you have a piece of raw wood and you varnish it and you see all that grain and texture and it comes alive? That's what basically is happening with your hair. It's coming alive. The hair that you were born with is coming alive.
If you're not happy with your hair weeks after you get it colored, get WEN
Oh,
home.
gosh,
If you're
yes.
not happy because your natural color doesn't have any kind
Alicia.
of shine to it, doesn't
Alicia.
have any wonderful saturation to it, then get it. And that's
Amy
your
was
case, Miss
that
Alicia?
girl. Amy was
I
that girl in the beginning. Now Amy has some color in the underneath, but Alicia is the one that has to remind me, Chaz, I don't have color in my hair. She's chemical free. I tend to forget because it looks so luscious
Yes.
that I tend to forget. And as I pass her, she's like, Chaz, I don't have color in my hair either. I'm like, you're right, I totally forget. But I'm watching it when Gina was on. I'm like, all those natural highlights now come alive as opposed to that before shot because she's not lathering up. She
Yes.
hasn't lathered up in over 5 years.
My goodness, I always love Maria's before and after. It's probably
It's
one of my
crazy.
favorites
Crazy.
in the entire WEN presentation. And it just goes to show that sometimes, you know
hair
what,
of a
skincare
village.
is really important. But if you have great hair, you
Oh, gosh.
look so
Yeah.
fresh and young and in.
She has better hair than, honestly, some 20-year-olds, and that's
She
not a joke.
does.
You really do. Why? She's not blow drying it. She's not flat ironing it. She's not curling it. She doesn't need to do that. This is WEN in a small round brush, and they're on QVC.com. She holds this bounce. She holds this body. I had to ask her, was this the blowout from yesterday still? And she goes, it would have been, it could have been, or from Friday. From Friday. And she said she went golfing. What'd you do? She did all types of exercise. She came in, and the only reason we re-blew her out again is because we have shows with her tomorrow, and we like to leave them freshly blown out when we leave town. But all this bounce, all this body, no curling irons, we have never run color through this hair, and I used to on her before shot. Stay there, please, because when I used to come to town, we used to do her base color and highlights. She used to lather up each time I came to town. 5 years ago, I stopped doing that. I'm going to show her face when I say this, because the day I told her 5 years ago that we're not going to do highlights, she's like, why am I not booked for highlights? I'm like, you don't need them anymore. We're not lathering you up anymore. All these natural highlights come alive because of the cleansing conditioner. And Tracy's chemical free
I know, and
too.
we're running out of time, but
Tracy.
that's our chemical
Da-da-da.
free
No
Tracy
color,
right
no
there.
color, and it's alive.
So remember, it
And light.
saves you $70 to $85 from Chaz's price that he has on gallons on his website. So shop for them while we have them. They go away in October, but that's only if any are remaining. They always tend to go much sooner. So bamboo green tea for the first time ever in a gallon, Mandarin Italian fig, and then you also have 613. But if you want treatment, you really want to give yourself that great hair, head on over to the phone lines. Thanks, Chaz. Great to see you. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, let me real quick remind you how we started the show before we move into a brand new item never before seen on QVC.